A British guy exposes what America is really like. So this is a video by Adam Kalsa, great guy, fellow YouTuber, love his channel. And I think he spent a lot of time in America. So he's really qualified or qualified to talk about, how he saw, America and Americans and the differences between how life is, over there and over here in the UK. Like, this is quite a fun topic for me because, I speak quite a lot about the similarities we both share, like because of the long historical ties, a lot of Americans have British, ancestry. Like, initially I thought that the cultures were exactly the same, pretty much apart from the accent. But whenever I've gone to America, I do find that there are so many differences, not only in terms of the appearance of the countries, but the attitudes of the people, the way things are done. It's quite interesting. So it's going to be fun to get his perspective on this.
America. Oh boy. I'm going to be brutally honest in this video. This was my second time to the US. I've only been to Orlando, and I know what you're going to say. Adam, you need to go elsewhere. I know, I do plan on it, okay? I'm going to come to Texas at some point. I'm also going to Las Vegas in April, and I really want to do like a road trip for like a day where I can go to different places. I know Las Vegas is kind of on its own out there, but I'm sure there's somewhere I can get to within a day. And
California, it's yeah. I did California, Vegas. Drive took ages though. It took 7 hours. It was only meant to take 4. The traffic was brutal. It was brutal.
We do a video there. So if there are places around that area that you recommend, or just anywhere across the US that I could go to on a vacation at some point, let me know. Today I'm going to be providing 5 things I want to share about the US that made my experience an experience. Let's start off with the obvious. The weather. Holy shit. The weather is dramatic, to say the least. Here in Northern Ireland, we get clouds most days. It's grey, dull, kind of cold. The time I had in the US, it
similar to England. Largely grey, largely cold. You get a few weeks of good summer, but 4 max.
Was so hot, like super hot. And I use the word dramatic because whilst I was there, it was hot. It was beautiful. And then out of nowhere, a hurricane came. I remember vlogging and looking around Disney thinking, how the hell is there a hurricane coming in the next 24 hours? So yeah, the weather was crazy. The weather was expected, but also very unexpected to me because that was my first kind of hurricane experience. And the funny thing, not funny, the scary thing about it was, I don't know if you guys seen the video before I left. I done a video about hurricanes, I think. And I said the words, God, I hope I'm never in one.
What is it like being, in a hurricane? I don't mean like standing directly outside, but just having one happen around you. Like this, what kind of sounds do you hear? Is it essentially like being in a tornado, but with water as well?
2 weeks later, I'm in one. Number 2, I want to talk about the food. Wow.
Yeah,
I went to
man.
Applebee's.
The portion sizes, man, they always blow me away. Like, always. The Chinese food, the portions are huge in America. Like, I would say a good 60% larger on average.
And
which I'm grateful for.
I got this platter of food, and I thought it was going to be like, a little small plate with a couple of snacks here and there.
No
watch
chance.
while the game's on. These guys, no. These guys brought out this plate that had a lot on it. Yeah. It looked like something you'd share with a family of maybe 3 or 4. It had so much on it, and it was so good.
I like that though, because it means you can make, you've got enough for 2 meals. I love when I get a takeaway, I always get enough to like split down the middle and get 2 meals out of it. So it feels like that's already accounted for in America. Love it. Love it.
There's this certain dip on there, like this tomato-y kind of dip that I'm never gonna forget about, that I probably will never taste unless I go back there. I hope it's still there, but it was so nice. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, it's like this tomato-y kind of tasty dip that they gave with like all my tacos, and I just kind of melted. There's a video coming up soon. You'll see what I'm talking about. I hope you guys know how lucky you are over there. Okay? The variety in restaurants that you have to deliver food right to your doorstep. I don't have that here, especially where I'm from. We just about have delivery services from a very limited amount of restaurants.
Americans, do you agree with me? I think it's both a blessing and a curse that you have so many great food options. A blessing in the sense that there's always something delicious to eat. Like there's always something at the tip of your fingers that you can get and you'll be like, wow, this is amazing. But for me, if I had that amount of options, I would need to be so disciplined to not just become the size of a house. Like I eat, you know, I limit myself to takeaway twice a week. So takeout twice a week. But we have maybe a quarter of the options that you guys have. It would be hard for me to maintain the discipline of only getting takeout twice a week.
I live 15 minutes away from a lot of different restaurants, but we don't offer like DoorDash, Uber Eats.
Yeah.
It's just not a thing here. Where I live specifically, the only delivery that comes to me is a Chinese that's down the road. That's it. And it's like it's a delivery service that the restaurant offers. It's not like a company, another separate delivery service.
So he doesn't even get Uber Eats. Wow.
It's just somebody that works in Chinese will bring it up to your house. That's literally it. We don't got anything else. But in terms of like Belfast and cities and stuff, we do got more kind of Uber Eats. But just where I'm from and my experience with life and getting the food delivered, if I want something, I gotta go get it. Sucks, but yeah, it sucks. Number 3, I want to talk about you, the people. Yo, the amount of characters I bumped into out there was kind of amazing. From an Uber driver talking about his weed addiction.
Wow.
To another Uber driver talking about his Christmas tree lights business, where he said he makes $20,000 a day. I call bullshit on that.
Yeah, I think so.
I really do. To whenever I was out vlogging, walking around the street, and this couple walked past me, and the guy wanted to literally buy my shoes off my feet. What? He was like, damn, them some nice Nikes. And I was like, thanks. He was like, how much? I was like, what? He was
really buying shoes. I could never. I mean, I'm not that much of a trainer person or a sneaker. I think they call it sneakerheads. I mean, I do like sneakers and I wear them, but I'm not like one of those, oh, those are the new Nike, Yeezy, whatevers. Do you know what I mean? Like that, I'd be like, yeah, I need to get them now. Like, are you? I like trainers, sneakers, but yeah, it's not that deep for me.
It's dead ass serious, I'm not even joking. And to another guy who offered me his dog for $300 while I was waiting for Applebee's to open. I do think he was joking because the dog was kind of going really slow and he was like, you know, losing patience, and he looked at me and he was like, do you want to buy this dog for $300? But it's the fact that he had a price already ready to go. So I hope he's joking. But if I offer him $300, he might have took it. I don't know. But yeah, you guys, the people over there's so many characters. I absolutely love it. And again, that's just like another thing that we don't have, because all the things, all the experiences I just told you right there all happened in the same day within about 3 hours of each other. Not even joking. There is so much I can talk about in terms of like people I bumped into and, you know, interactions I had with people. But my experience with Americans in that specific time, in that specific place, was amazing. I loved everybody I talked to. There was like, people there are so nice. They have, I have said it again, personality.
I've heard that a lot. And to be fair, in New York, I was pleasantly surprised. Like, I always was told that New Yorkers are very busy. They're very go. They don't have time for small talk and stuff. But I remember going into this wine bar with my ex, and we were opposite this couple, and they started this conversation with us, and we were talking like for 2 hours. The whole time at this wine bar, we were just talking like with this couple, and it got really personal as well. Like, you know, just talking about really personal stuff. I love that sort of thing, you know, instant sort of friendships.
Again, where I'm from, I don't know, most people are brought up here just to be like, and not to be rude, but people are just kind of rude here to each other. You might think, oh, Irish are nice, you know, when you come on vacation, and maybe that's what you think about your guys, but I don't think it is. A lot of people here are rude. They can come across as very ignorant, and overall people here can absolutely suck. Not everybody, but most. And again, with my experience with the people in the US, I really loved them. I did. Number 4, I want to talk about the variety and things you guys have over there. God damn it. You guys have got everything within driving distance. Everything. And where I'm from, I can drive places. I can drive all over Ireland. But we don't have everything. You guys have
Yeah, you guys in America have. I can see why a lot of Americans don't leave the country. Okay, I get it. Like, you've got beaches, you've got, you know, deserts, you've got amazing national parks. If you want to go skiing or snowing, you can. You know, there's lagoons. I feel like there's almost every kind of place exists within America. Like, almost, if not all, I'd say like 95% do.
Literally got everything to go to that you'd ever need. And I go again, that goes back to like the reason you guys don't even have a passport. Like, a lot of you guys don't have a passport because you don't need to leave, right? So you guys having that, again, I hope you guys know how lucky you are. Just appreciate where you're from, okay? Because I fucking love where you're from. And also the fact that I could go to all Disney parks, all Universal parks in the same day, within the same few hours, is insane, to say the least, considering how big those parks can be. And outside of the parks, again, there is so much to do and experience. I would have loved to have seen more and done more over there, but a certain Hurricane Milton had to come along and swing his dick all over the place, and he took a few days off the vacation. But I'll never complain properly about that.
But again, there's a sort of blessing and a curse there, because, man, because there's so many things to do. You could just spend so much money. If you're not careful, like, with the amount of things that you can do, you'd just be spending. Like, I want to go Disneyland, I want to go Universal, I want to go snowing, I want to go this national park. Like, yeah, money. Like, if you've got a good income, America's probably the funnest place in the world to be.
Because I've said before in other videos and on stream over on Twitch, people lost their lives. All I'm doing is losing a couple of days of vacation. It doesn't really bother me that much. So hopefully in the future, I can come back and do more stuff there. Because again, there is so much to do. But having such a variety and, you know, having a lot of things just at your fingertips is one of the reasons I'd actually love to move over there. It sucks here. It sounds like I really don't like where I'm from. I don't. I don't like... It's all right.
He's had enough.
Right. Shite, actually, to be honest. But I don't hate it, okay? But I do love where you're from. America's just kind of better in every single way. Literally. Like, there's nothing we have over...
He's ready to go. He literally is ready to go.
That's any better. You guys are literally better than us in every single way. Number 5, and the last one, very important one, convenience. Holy shiitake mushrooms. This kind of rolls into what I talked about earlier with Uber Eats and getting stuff delivered to you. You guys have got Uber, and when I say you guys have got Uber, you guys have got an insanely fast Uber system. The convenience of getting around is something I've never experienced before. Anytime I needed to go somewhere, boom, Uber app, order, and I was in that taxi, in that Uber, within 4 minutes. It's insane.
Way.
Now, compare that to the taxi services where I'm from. If, let's say, you're going out at the weekend on Saturday, if you don't have a taxi booked by Wednesday or Thursday at the latest, you're not getting one.
No way.
I'm telling you right now, if you try to book a taxi on a Saturday, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get one, or you're not going to get one for the specific time that you wanted to go somewhere.
Jeez.
And it'll be like an hour later or an hour earlier.
I suppose Northern Ireland, though, the population is so much smaller than the US that there's going to be less drivers about, but I'm surprised by that. So you need to book taxis well in advance.
You ain't going where you want to go on the specific time if you book a taxi on the same day. I guarantee you that. So basically, I was just so shocked to see how easy it was, considering how big America is and how many people are there. How easy it was and how fast it was to be able to get from A to B in the US. I absolutely loved it. Now listen, I could literally chat about America all day and my experiences there and what I loved about it, but you guys probably know everything already that I'm talking about, so I don't want to bore you much. I just wanted you guys to know that I love where you live, and I fucking hope that you love where you live, because you live in a good place. Around the world, everywhere has bad spots, including America. Okay, there is no place on earth that is 100% nice, but I'm telling you what, you guys have got a good spot over there. So where you're sitting right now, take a big deep breath in. Kind of harder for me at the minute because I'm a little bit sick.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Like, I can't disagree with anything he said. Like, it just echoes what I spoke about in the video, that if you have a good income, and it doesn't have to be crazy, just enough that after all of your bills and essentials are covered, you've got a good disposable income, man, there is so much fun to be had in the States. There really is. There's just so many, anything you can think of doing, you could probably do somewhere in the US. You know, if you can't do it in this state, you can just do it in the other state. Whereas here, like, there's just so many things that, you know, if you can't find it in London, good luck finding it anywhere else. No country's perfect for sure, like he says, but yeah, America's a cool place. Like, if not for family, would I live in America? Probably, honestly, potentially. Yeah, like my brother, my younger brother, he lives in Dubai now. My dad, he's back in Nigeria now. So it's like, I don't know, like I just, but you know, the opportunity in America, the fun, I don't know, man, it's a tough one. It really is. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.